Well, hi there, people. I'm here to talk to you about something a viewer once sent to me. A viewer sent me an email, and it said that guns kill, guns are evil. Well, I'm here to tell you something different about that, and I'm going to show you that with a gun. Why don't you follow me into my backyard? This here is a Ruger Mini 14 ranch rifle. It has a scope, a tripod, a flash suppressor, and a thumb hole stock. Now some may look at this rifle and say, boy, that thing looks evil. I look at it and say, damn, that's pretty. Now, see, the general consensus going on right now is that this gun is evil, and this gun kills. So we're gonna test that theory out right here. Ready? Stand back, everybody. Kill. Fire. Shoot. Wound. Something's wrong here. The gun is not performing the evil tasks that it's designed to do. Maybe we should help it out a little bit here. Give it a little evil encouragement. Let's try that out. Demon gun, the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Hiya, what the, hiya, what the, hiya, what the, hiya, what the, Sacagawea! Bravo 649, Bravo 649. We've got a gun here, a rifle. It's ready to fire, over. Bring on the rain. Allah Akbar! Well, see, I discovered a little issue here. And the issue is that in order for the gun to fire, it must shoot what we call ammunition. This here is a 223 Remington cartridge. It has a shell, a primer, and a bullet. This cartridge must be inserted into the rifle in order for it to fire. In order to do that, it must go in what we call a magazine. So, I know the rifle doesn't have any thumbs. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cartridge into the magazine. I'm doing that for the gun, you know. Now this magazine here will hold 10 cartridges. This bad boy here will hold 30. This one's my favorite. But since the gun is evil and all, we don't want it to commit mass murder today. We're just going to keep it down to the 10 for right now. Now as you see with this cartridge, these are kind of weird ones. This is a steel case, and I'm not too sure what the bullet is actually made of. Looks silver, looks kind of evil. Maybe this is for vampires and stuff. But you can get them in different kinds. For example, this one here, whoops, dropped one key. This one here is a brass cartridge with a copper bullet. But they're the same thing, as you see. We're gonna try the evil one. Now, we have loaded the magazine with the ammunition. But once again, the gun does not have any hands or thumbs or anything like that. So we're gonna have to actually load the magazine into the rifle. Now that is done by the bottom here. See, actually, it's kind of difficult at times. So now, the gun is what we consider to be loaded. Although every gun should be treated as though it were loaded. Now that's not because an unloaded gun can go off and kill people. It's because people are stupid and leave loaded guns around and think, oh, it's unloaded. That is the #1 cause of accidents with guns. Right now, this gun is loaded. I'm gonna step back. Fire. Now see, it still didn't fire. One of the reasons is even though the gun is loaded, the bullet or the ammunition is not currently in the chamber. It needs to be pushed up into an area where the gun can fire. As it sits right now, the gun is not going to do that. I'm going to have to help it again. Now, this is where things do get dangerous. So I warn you, safety is paramount in this particular spot. Let's go ahead and try this. Right now, as this gun sits, this is the most deadliest this gun can be, with the exception of one factor that I will show you here in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and step back a second. Gun, rifle, Ruger, whatever it takes for you to fire, please show us your evil. Come on. You see, this rifle still, with everything I've done to assist it, cannot perform the function of killing right now. It needs one more thing. It needs something. It needs one bit of encouragement and evil. It needs to be fired by a human being. We're going to go ahead and fire this rifle. Now, once again, we have to have something to shoot at. In this particular case, we wanted the gun to shoot at a person. But we're not going to do that here. We're going to have the gun shoot at a target. This is a target. This is where I will aim the gun. Now, part of shooting is always making sure of what's behind you. Right behind me in these trees is a huge ridge on my land. There's nothing back there to get hurt, nothing to get shot at. There's no trees that are going to die in this thing. No people, no cars, no dogs, no houses. That is something I made sure of, and every single one of you should do the same. This is our target. This is what we're going to be shooting at right here and now. Now, as you see here, we loaded the magazine into the rifle. I went ahead and cleared the magazine, or cleared the cartridge from the rifle. I'm going to put it back in there again. I just wanted to have a safety moment while I set myself up. So, there we go. Right now, this gun is ready to fire. This is what we call condition 1. Two things have to happen at this. Actually, there's 3. Well, there's a couple steps. Let's just go through them. I'm not even going to count them. This is the trigger right here. Most cases, this trigger has to be pulled with a finger or some type of appendage that will send the bullet down. I have to look through this scope or these sights and aim down at the target. Also, guns come with a thing called a safety. Now, why would they do that? Why would such an evil thing come with a safety mechanism? Well, that's because when treated properly, this rifle is actually safe. So, what I have to do is this. I have to place my hand in the trigger guard, which I will do in a second. I have to look down the scope and find my target. When I am ready to do that, and only when I'm ready to do that, I will release the safety mechanism and I will pull the trigger. And that will send the bullet downrange at the intended target. Are you ready? I'm ready. Safety's off. Range is hot. Stand by. So let's take a look at the target here. You see where the bullet actually hit the target. That's what we call balls accurate shot. Right here. Now, the rifle didn't do that. That was me. I pointed the rifle down the range. I looked through the scope, I hold the trigger, and I sent that projectile right here into the target, into the intended place it had to be. Why did I do that? Because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted that projectile from that rifle to come and hit exactly here. It was my decision to do that. Not the rifle, not the evil gun, not the ammunition. My decision of where that bullet went. That right there is a lesson I'm trying to teach you today. So now let's have a quick review about our day. It kind of started out where guns were evil and guns kill people. Well, that didn't happen today. Thank you, God, Ruger, safety, whatever it may be. This rifle, despite the fact that it's got a thumb grip, a scope, a flash suppressor, a tripod, and evil looking ammunition. Nobody or nothing died today in the making of this video. Now, I'm not saying that this gun cannot kill. Of course it can kill. It's a gun. It was made to kill. They've been used in wars, they've been used in hunting, and they're used in sport and fun, just like today. Today was fun. Today I made an educational video about this rifle. I showed you a little bit how to use it. I showed you how to be safe with it. I showed you how it performs to get this ammunition downrange to a target. But what I really want to get at is this. It is up to me of where this ammunition goes and hits the target. No matter what you think about this rifle right here, decisions and assistance had to be made by me only, to make this rifle perform the functions that you so call evil. I want you to remember that, because this gun isn't evil. People are evil when they use these wrong. I hope you liked my video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you will join me in thinking and believing the Second Amendment is the way of the American people. Be safe, America.